Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Daisy Fox here with another pick a card reading for you all, and today we are going to take a look to see what blessings are coming to you with this blue supermoon coming up here in Pisces. All right, so we're going to be taking a look to see what blessings are coming to you during that time. We have 4 piles for you guys today. Pile number 1 is going to be here with the Modern Witch Tarot deck and this black obsidian crystal. Pile number 2 is going to be with this Nightmare Before Christmas deck and the Skull Sight crystal. Pile number 3 is going to be the totally unofficial Adventure Time Tarot with this jade crystal, and pile number 4 is going to be the Phantom Wise Tarot with this lapis lazuli crystal. So take some time, feel it out, determine which pile you feel most called for. You can pause the video if you need a little bit of extra time, but I will see you guys in your pile. Bye. Hello, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Modern Witch Tarot deck along with this obsidian crystal here. We're going to move this over to this side for you where you can still see that. And we're going to take a look and see what blessings are coming to you with this blue supermoon coming up here in the sign of Pisces. So let's get started shuffling your deck and see what we have. We're going to pull a few cards from this and a few cards from another deck I have here for clarifiers. So what blessings are coming to pile number 1 with this blue supermoon here? Ooh, all right. There's our other 2, and I'm feeling this one. And this one as well. All right. All right, we have the King of Swords, the Strength card, the Ace of Wands, the Fool, and we have the 9 of Pentacles and the 6 of Wands. Wow, pile number 1. This is amazing. All right. So something I'm seeing here right off the bat for you, pile number 1, is this King of Swords here. It really looks like you are going to start harnessing the power of your mind, which is amazing. It looks like you are really going to be keeping your head above the clouds, keeping your eye on the prize, so to speak, really able to make peace with your thoughts possibly, and really just stay grounded while you also kind of reach for the stars here a little bit. Mentally, I see that you'll really be sharpening your mind, harnessing your mind. You're going to feel like you have a lot of mental clarity here in this upcoming week or 2. I'm also seeing here with the Strength card as well that you're going to have a lot of mental fortitude. Nothing is going to shake you. You are going to be unshakable during this time mentally. Any sort of, I guess you could say, mind games that you might feel that others might be throwing at you or trying to play with you, you're not going to be subscribing to that this week or this next couple of weeks with this energy, pile number 1. I'm also seeing that with this mental clarity, you are also going to be getting some new, creative, amazing ideas coming towards you that are really going to encourage you to start a new journey here, pile number 1. This is so exciting. This is such exciting energy here. You're going to be receiving some sort of inspiration, possibly because your mind feels totally clear. Your thoughts, I feel like your perspective isn't being clouded by negative thoughts, self-defeating thoughts, or you're really going to feel like you have this mental strength, this mental clarity, and it is going to be bringing you some really new creative ideas, and you're going to want to get started on this journey here. And it's possible that this is something that you've kind of already started here with this Ace of Wands, the Fool. Maybe you've been kind of planning on starting something, or you've been wanting to start something new, some sort of new creative endeavor, whether that's something that's kind of a personal creative endeavor or something that you're going to be doing in your career, in your work here. But I am seeing that you're going to be starting a new journey, and this is so exciting for you, pile number one. I am also seeing, as a result of all of this amazing energy right here, we've got the Nine of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. So you are going to really reap the benefits of this new journey. This new journey is going to be a very successful one for you, and you are going to feel very satisfied. You're going to feel like you've been given all the things that you were asking for, all the things that you were hoping for will be coming to you in this journey, or as a result of this new journey, pile number one. I am also seeing, in addition to that, we have the Six of Wands here. So not only will you be kind of celebrating yourself and your achievements here with the start of this new journey, but others are going to be celebrating you as well. And that is a super exciting thing. I mean, who doesn't love to feel recognized for their achievements and their hard work? You know what I mean? And I just feel like you are definitely going to be experiencing that, pile number one. I love this so much for you. This is so amazing. I would really like to get a couple more clarifiers to kind of tell us a little bit more about this new journey that you're going to be starting. So let me grab that deck again, and we are going to take a look and see what new. All right, we are going to take a look and see what this journey kind of is for you, or get a little bit more information about this new journey that you'll be starting that is obviously going to be super successful for you. Okay, so let's get started. Let's get a couple more cards, maybe 2 cards, telling us a little bit more about this journey that pile number 2, or 1, I mean, will be taking. I feel that one and this one. All right. We have the Five of Wands and the Page of Wands. Okay. I really feel like this new journey is going to take you out of a place of conflict. It's possible that you've been experiencing a little bit of internal conflict is kind of what I'm seeing with this. I know that generally this card shows external conflict, but I am feeling like this is more internal conflict, and you're really going to be moving past that. This new journey is going to take you to totally new places that you didn't think were even possible, pile number 1. I really want to get a couple more cards, kind of clarify this Page of Wands here, because I do feel like you've got this amazing idea here. You're starting this new journey, and it's going to take you out of the spot of conflict here that you've possibly been in. I feel like it's internal conflict, but you know, it could definitely be external as well. But it's just going to be maybe kind of a place of peace for you. Let's see, King of Wands, wow, and Ace of Pentacles, yeah. So it does look like this is going to really be something that is going to take you from a place of, you know, kind of the conception of the idea. It's going to take you past this conflict. It's going to take you to feeling more grounded, more secure in this fire wand energy here. And then with the Ace of Pentacles as well with this journey, I do think that this is going to be something that leads to material success here, which is something we're definitely seeing with the Nine of Pentacles as well. You're not just going to be celebrated by others, but you will reap tangible rewards as a result of this new journey that you're going on here. With the King of Wands too, I'm also seeing that you're going to be very motivational for other people. You're going to become kind of an expert in whatever this is that you're beginning. So whatever this new journey is, it's going to be something that's going to lead to you feeling like an expert, or other people viewing you as an expert. You know, that's also possible here too for you, pile number one. You're really going to move from this place of kind of, not quite, well, I guess kind of a sense of like insecurity, not quite sure how, you know, how you're going to do this, but you know you're going to get it done. And you really go from this place of being a novice to being a master in whatever this situation is here, this new journey. You're really starting the journey from novice to mastery here, and it is definitely going to pay off, and it will result in the ability to manifest new financial opportunities is kind of what I'm feeling here for you, pile number one. You're not just going to feel like a master or be viewed as a master in this endeavor that you're going after, but there's going to be physical, tangible benefits to this, like we're seeing in the Nine of Pentacles, and this new journey is going to hand you that here. It's interesting to see this the Fool card sandwiched between the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles, and it's really neat to see that, because I feel like on this new journey you are being given all the tools that you are going to need to really make this journey here, to really move past whatever sort of inner conflict this is. That's kind of what I feel like. You're going to feel, you've maybe felt a little bit of internal conflict, maybe a little bit like a novice, like you don't really know what you're doing, but trust me, you are going to move. The blessings coming to you is you're going to move past this energy, and you're going to move into this energy of feeling like you know what's going on, feeling like you have your feet firmly planted on the ground. You know for a fact that you're a boss. You know what I mean? Like you've got this, you know what you're doing, and you're going to be viewed that way by other people and celebrated for this journey that you've taken on. And you're going to find, while you're making this journey, you're going to find this internal strength here to help you carry on through this. That's going to be a blessing coming to you, as this mental clarity, this mental strength, this resilience to start this journey, the courage to start this journey, and to really go for it and to really master it and make it what you need it to be for yourself. Pile number one. This is super, super exciting. This is an amazing, amazing energy here for you. Pile number one. I'm so excited for you guys and this new journey that you're going on. This is going to be really I feel like kind of a new chapter in your lives to a certain extent. Let's get an oracle card for you, kind of to close out your message. See if there's any sort of message here for you guys here about this journey, something maybe you need to know. And we have transitions here. Let me put it here so you can see. It says, you have all of the inner resources you need to cross whatever bridges arise in your path. Yes, that absolutely. That is exactly what this reading is saying. You're going to be given the tools that you need to start this new journey, to cross whatever bridges, whatever obstacles may come up. You're going to move out of that space of feeling kind of trapped in this conflict and move past that. And you have everything you need to do that. It's all internal. You're getting this internal strength, this internal resilience here. Pile number one. I kind of want to take a look in the guidebook and see if there's any sort of message for you in there with this card. Give me just a second to grab that. All right. Here we have, okay, transitions. You have all the inner resources you need to cross whatever bridges are on your path. And the message here, I love the crone's messages in here, is transitions are the blessings rarely recognized at such a time. Yes, so you may encounter some obstacles, and this is a reminder for you on this journey that these obstacles, what they may appear to be obstacles initially, they may feel like they're kind of slowing down your journey, but what they really are generally blessings. They're going to redirect you in ways that are actually best for you. They may, so on this journey, this is the blessings that I'm seeing here. Is you're going to be starting this new journey. You're going to be recognized for all your success. You're definitely going to reap tangible physical benefits from this. You're going to move from novice to mastery here, and you're going to be going through some transitions during this time. And there may be obstacles that come up for you here, but it's important to view these obstacles as necessary redirections and blessings for the future, because you never know why this obstacle is in your way. You never know why this redirection is happening, but it's best to go with it, to maintain this inner strength, this mental clarity, this resilience here that you're being given, that you're going to be experiencing, and to keep moving forward on your journey. You know, that's something that I'm seeing for you here, pile number 1. And this is super exciting to see this blessing here for you coming in with this mental clarity, this inner strength and resilience being given, almost handed by the universe, handed. Really the tools that you're going to need to succeed here and you're going to be celebrated by others. You're going to move from a place from being novice to master here with this. And that is just so, so exciting. Pile number 1. I'm super excited for you. Thank you so much for tuning in and taking the time to watch this pile and see what blessings are coming to you. I wish you all the best, and I want to thank your guides for coming through to deliver this message. Please like, subscribe, comment. It helps the channel so, so much, and I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Nightmare Before Christmas deck along with the Skull Sight crystal here, and we are going to be taking a look to see what blessings are coming to you with this blue supermoon coming up in the sign of Pisces. So we're going to draw a few cards. Well, I say a few. We'll probably get about 8-ish cards from here, and then we'll be pulling a final oracle message for you guys. And I also have another deck here if we feel like we need some clarifiers as to what this blessing is, or any advice for you when you start to receive this blessing. So let's get started here. I'm gonna move your crystal right there so you can still see it, but it's gives us plenty of space for the reading here. All right, let's see. Feeling these as well. And let's see. Oh, that one was flipped over, so must be something you need, as is that one. We're gonna get maybe a couple more here for you. All right, I feel that one right there. So let's take a look and see pile number 2, what we have. Okay, we have the Queen of Candles, the World, the King of Candles, okay, the King of Needles, the Six of Candles, the Page of Candles, Six of Needles, Temperance, and the devil. All right. Oh my gosh, you guys, I love this deck so much. I'm so ready for spooky time. I love the summer, but also I love the fall, and I'm ready for it. I'm here for it. So, okay, here we go. All right, blessings coming to you, pile number 2. So what I'm seeing right off the bat here is you've been through a bit of a hard time here, pile number 2. That is something that I am seeing here, but I am seeing the completion of a journey. You've been working towards something, you've been putting in the effort, and you are now moving from this Queen of Candles position through this ending to this King of Candles position. And this King of Candles is the King of Wands, actually. So we are seeing here moving into this position of mastery here in multiple different ways, because we have the King of Candles here and the King of Needles here, which is like the King of Swords. So I'm seeing that you're not just mastering your creative energy or whatever creative journey this may have been that you were on, I see here with the Page of Candles, but you're also mastering your mind in the process of this. And this is the blessing coming to you, is mastery, honestly. Mastery and balance here as well with the Temperance card. I'm also seeing that you're kind of in this blessing, in this journey, you're kind of being released. Released kind of from the shackles of the material world, or whatever the situation may be here with the Devil card. You're kind of letting go of that. You're allowing yourself to be free from whatever may have been kind of holding you back or holding you down here. You're finding some balance there with that, and you're really experiencing this cycle of completion here, where you really, how the best way to say it, you really are kind of just becoming, I don't know, becoming a master of life is really the correct term, but whatever the situation is, you've definitely mastered it. You've definitely overcame these issues here. Maybe this kind of feeling of like kind of this inferiority complex. I feel like that's kind of what this Page of Candles is in this situation here. You were kind of, I feel like in the past or recent past, you've kind of been feeling, yeah, like this inferiority complex here, where you've kind of been doubting yourself, you've been doubting your knowledge, you've been doubting your abilities. And I'm seeing here that energy is coming to a completion, and you are going to not just be viewed as a master of this energy by others, but also by yourself too. You will also be, because that's kind of what I'm seeing here with this King of Needles here. It's a mastery of the mind. It's a mastery of your thoughts. And that is something that I'm seeing here, is where you felt maybe like you knew objectively that you weren't a novice anymore, that you weren't, I don't know, you knew that objectively you had the knowledge, you had the training, you had whatever it is in this journey that you've been working on. You still kind of felt a bit inferior. You still kind of felt like you maybe didn't belong in the position that you had been given. You felt kind of imposter syndrome to a certain extent, is kind of what I'm feeling here. And you are moving away from that. That chapter is closing for you. You are not only, like I said, being viewed by others as a master of this, you are viewing yourself that way as well. You're coming out of this feeling, this, like I said, this imposter syndrome feeling, this inferiority complex feeling here, and you're moving towards this feeling of, just the feeling of that being gone, really. I mean, we all have that come up from time to time. It's definitely normal, but you're not allowing that to control your thoughts anymore. You're not allowing that to control the way that you perceive yourself. I feel like you're finally seeing yourself as others see you, and you're really you're really letting go of this feeling of inferiority, of feeling like an imposter in whatever your situation is, or whatever it is that you've been working on and trying to master here. You're really finding that. And I feel like too, within this, you're not getting a big head about it. You're not you're not going to begin to feel arrogant. It's not arrogance. It's just feeling secure, feeling confident. And that is something that I definitely see here, is feeling confident in yourself, in your knowledge base, in your craft, whatever that is for you. And finding a balance too between humility and confidence, where you're not so humble that you're where you feel like you can't take compliments for your work or for your efforts, or where you feel, like, I don't know, sometimes when we start to feel a little bit of like an imposter or have this inferiority complex, or we lean into humility a little bit too much, we kind of we kind of toss, like, people will give us compliments, we kind of just like brush it off and say, oh no, it was nothing, oh no, it's nothing, oh no, I'm nothing, oh that was just good luck, that was just this or that, and we don't take the praise from, we can't take a compliment. We feel like we have to like deflect from that. And I feel like you're moving out of that place, and you're finding a nice balance between feeling confident and while also remaining humble and not being arrogant. I don't see any arrogance coming up here with this for you here. And that is a blessing that's coming in, is no longer feeling like an imposter, but not swinging the pendulum so far to the other side where we're feeling a sense of arrogance, like we have no more to learn, or like we have nowhere else to go. We're at the very top, we know everything, and there's no other lessons to be learned here. I don't feel like that's the situation here for you. I feel like you're going to find a nice balance here between these, like where you've came from and where you are. It's like you're going to be really able to take a look around you and survey your surroundings and go, wow, I really made it. I am really here, doing my thing, handling my shit. But also, you're not going to forget where you came from, this novice position here, this position of kind of being down, kind of having issues here. You're not going to forget that. You're going to remember where you came from while still moving forward and making progress and feeling like you have you've really mastered something here. You're going to be really removing those shackles of feeling tied down to this imposter syndrome, and you will, I want to say, you'll begin to feel like yourself. That's something that's I really feel like I need to say. You'll begin to feel like yourself. You'll begin to feel the way that everybody else sees you. You'll be able to see that. I feel like in the past, you haven't really been seeing how great and amazing you are, how amazing you are at your craft. And you're not going to be selling yourself short anymore. Pile number 2. So yeah, you're going to be able to just allow yourself to be celebrated here for your achievements. That's really something I'm seeing here for you coming in. I feel like you have been celebrated, and it's possible that maybe it's been, sometimes people celebrate us and they don't tell us. Sometimes people are saying good things about us and they're like, oh man, pile number 2, they really have it all together. They really got it all. They are really amazing at what they do. They're really great at X, Y, and Z, and they're just so inspirational, etc., etc. But a lot of times people may not actually say that to our face here. Just in general, people might not be saying that, but I want you to know that even if you're not hearing that, that is the general overall feeling that I'm getting here, that you might actually begin to start hearing that from others. People might begin to start actually telling you, and a lot of times, that will start to kind of happen whenever you step into your power and you start doubting yourself and putting yourself down, and you really pick up the pieces and begin to find balance here, like I said, between mastery and confidence and humility here. And you're really going to be just losing this heavy feeling of imposter syndrome. That's just really what I'm feeling here for you, pile number 2, which is so wonderful because it's so hard to sit there in that energy of feeling like you did all the things, you checked all the boxes, technically you do know what you're doing, you do know what you're talking about, but at the same time, every single thing, every word, every action, you're like, no, I don't belong here. I don't know what I'm doing. That's a terrible way to feel, particularly when you begin, when this is something, well, it's terrible to feel no matter what, but when it's something that it's like a relatively newish journey that you've started, or it's something that is considered to be relatively challenging, it can be really hard to allow ourselves to really step into our full power and realize our full potential with this, or really own that power, own that potential, own that confidence. And I see that that's something that you're going to be doing, and you will be moving away from this feeling of doubt and inferiority, and you'll be finding a nice balance between knowing that you still have much to learn while also being confident in your current knowledge base and your current situation. Pile number 2. I would love to also, let's get an oracle card to kind of close out this reading for you. Maybe this oracle card can give us some advice here for you as you kind of begin this new chapter where you're feeling confident within yourself, within whatever it is that you've been working on and striving towards here. So let's do that. So let's see. A message for pile number 2, possibly some advice here for you. And I am seeing here we have circles. Clarity begins in the eye of the storm. All right. That is kind of something that I was seeing here with the 6 of Needles. Kind of a little bit with the Devil as well, is that you've kind of been through it here. And I think some advice here for you is don't let storms that come up shake your confidence and slam you back into this feeling of imposter syndrome, inferiority complex, because it's important to remember that the pendulum swings both ways. We're going to have, great, amazing experiences, but we can't really appreciate the highs until we've experienced the lows. Life just kind of works that way. It kind of works in a circle, so to speak. We go up and then we come down, and we go up and then we come down, and this is kind of the general way that life works. So I see here that the advice for you, now that you're kind of moving out of this feeling like an imposter, this feeling of inferiority, the advice for you is to not be shaken by the storms that come your way as you continue on. Remember, you're still human. You still may make mistakes. I know that's something that can be really scary depending on what your situation here is. If you're working in something with, working in something where you're working with people and humans and healthcare, or something where mistakes can be very detrimental, or have the potential to be very detrimental. I see here that this is saying, to a certain extent, don't let those storms knock you back into this place of feeling like you don't know what you're doing, or losing your confidence. Don't let this shake your confidence as things come in, because things are going to inevitably happen, and we're going to inevitably make mistakes, even if they're incredibly small and essentially in the end very significant. And I am seeing here that you do not need to beat yourself up about those things. I feel like you might be someone, especially with this like imposter syndrome feeling going on here, you might be someone who's very very hard on yourself, and you really beat yourself up when you do not achieve absolute perfection. And that is something that many of us struggle with. I can totally relate to that. And I think that it is really important to remember that small things are going to happen. We are human, we make mistakes, but do not let this shake you and make you go, oh, wow, I guess I didn't know anything. I guess this whole time I was over here thinking, oh, I finally know what I'm doing, and now I made a mistake, and I guess I'm dumb. Guess I don't know anything. Don't do that to yourself. Pile number 2. Don't allow the storms to shake you. In fact, allow yourself to sit in the middle of the storm, because it says clarity begins in the eye of the storm. Sit in the middle of the storm and allow that clarity to come through. I feel like your guides are saying here that as storms blow in and blow out, there are going to be times when you're sitting in the eye of the storm and you feel very, very overwhelmed. And it's possible that the storm may not necessarily be this big external event, but it may be internal. You know, it may be that small mistake was made, no harm, no foul, not a big deal, but you really are experiencing this inner storm. And I see here that you're really being told with this card to just let yourself sit in that, and clarity will come to you during that time. I'm going to get in the book and for this card, and let's see what the crone's message is for you with this card. I really like to see what those messages are. I feel like they're often very valuable. So let me grab the book real fast. Okay, so there's a little paragraph here before the crone's message that I really feel is something you need to hear. I want to read this to you. It says, circles that spiral downward are the effects of unconscious repetition and confusion. In this sense, we are the ones who prohibit us from venturing forth upon new ground. To acknowledge that we do not know what to do about something, we begin to see increasing clarity, logic, desires, and emotions, what is confusing and therefore prohibiting us. Once we can see things for what they are, we can recognize what we can do about them. And the message is, you are your white horse, ever equipped to venture forward. So pile number 2, what I'm feeling like from that message that you really needed to, the take home here from this message is just the circles that spiral downward. Do not allow yourself to spiral and move out of this position of mental clarity and mental mastery when storms come in here, okay? And remember that you have everything you need to battle this storm here, whatever the storm may be that comes through. I'm not saying, like I said, this is a message about blessings. So the blessing is that you're moving from this novice position to actually feeling like you know what you're doing, to no longer feel like an imposter, to no longer have this inferiority complex. But it is important to remember that storms will come and storms will go, and do not allow yourself to spiral downwards. Remember that you are your own savior from the storms, from your own mind. And it's important to, you know, when you find yourself in that position, to take a step back and to just kind of sit with all of it and decide how best to move forward. And remember that you have the power to do that. That power lies within you. The power of moving from feeling like an imposter to feeling like a confident master of whatever your craft is. It all lies within you. It has nothing to do with the external world. It all lies within you. And that is something that I feel, that's the advice that I feel like you need to hear along with this blessing here for you, pile number 2. But that is what I'm seeing for you here with this reading. You're really going to be moving. You're really going to be moving from this feeling of not knowing what's going on, or not feeling like an imposter, feeling like you don't know what's going on, you don't know what you're doing, when in reality you absolutely do. You are a master at whatever your craft is, and being confident in your abilities and your knowledge here. And the advice tagged on to this from your guides is to not let upcoming storms shake you and create this spiral downwards where you kind of regress back into this old energy here. But that is what I'm seeing for you, pile number 2. Thank you so much for watching your reading here. I want to thank your guides for coming through and giving you this message. I wish you all the best, pile number 2. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe. It helps the channel so much, and I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen a totally unofficial Adventure Time Tarot deck along with the Jade Crystal here, and we are going to take a look today and see what blessings are going to be coming to you with this blue supermoon in Pisces. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw some cards here from the deck that you've chosen. I also have another deck over here if I feel like we need some clarifiers for your message, and then we'll wrap it up with a final oracle card that just gives you a little bit of advice for your journey moving forward. So let's get started. Move this over here so you can see your crystal. We still have it here in the reading. All right, so blessings coming to pile number 3 with this blue moon, blue supermoon in Pisces. Those 2, 3 and 4. All right, let's see here. So starting off, we have the World. I feel like this is a card that's come out for a couple of other piles. We're definitely seeing lots of completion here, lots of cycles completing. All right, let's see here. 6 of Cups. And 3 of Cups. We have the 2 of Swords, 3 of Coins, 7 of Wands, and Hierophant. All right. There we go. I'm seeing here with the World and the 5 of Cards, 5 of Coins, kind of paired together here almost, particularly when I pulled the cards. They felt very paired. So I'm going to move them over a little bit to just kind of represent that for your reading here as we read these cards. Okay, so I feel like you are definitely, a blessing coming to you is this ending of this cycle of feeling like you're in a place of lack, like you're feeling this ending of being in lack or being without or feeling without, feeling desperate, particularly in the material world here for you. And I see that this movement out of this energy is going to be very healing for you, pile number 3. Sorry, I had to had to take a minute and remember which pile we were on. Okay, so I feel like this is going to be very healing for you, pile number 3. I definitely see that this is going to heal very much like an inner child, generational trauma type of feeling here is what I'm getting, that this is going to be very healing for you. You're really going to be moving into a place of celebration with others to a certain extent, and this joining with others to celebrate. I feel like you're going to have, I feel like you're really moving past this energy of, like I said, this, I think it feels like some sort of generational trauma around money or limiting beliefs around money. And when you move past this and this cycle kind of ends for you, I feel like it's going to be very healing for some sort of inner child type of feeling here, some sort of inner wound here. And I see that there are going to be others around you who want to celebrate this, or you are going to feel like celebrating with others. There's going to be this celebration here for you for having moved past this energy of not feeling like you have enough, or not feeling like all of your needs are being met. That's kind of what I'm seeing. That's it. That's it. I see that your needs are going to begin to be met, not just financially, materially, but also emotionally too here. And I see that it's going to be very healing for you. I do feel like you're going to kind of find your tribe, find your group, find the people who really want to celebrate you here, who really want to celebrate your successes, this healing journey that you've been on here. I'm also seeing another blessing coming through, because I actually feel like these cards are kind of their own separate thing here. I see that you've been trying to make a decision. You've been trying to make a decision on something. You felt kind of blind. You felt like you've kind of been going into it blind to a certain extent. Really being forced into using your intuition while trying to make this decision. And I feel like it's a decision that has to do with something you've been working on, particularly working on with a group of people. And I do feel like there's been some sort of conflict here with what it is that you've been working on. I feel like there's been conflict kind of come up, maybe some differing opinions, some different views here with this. And it's been distressing, which why wouldn't it be? That's very, very reasonable that this would be a bit distressing, pile number 3. But I see that you're kind of moving out of that, and I see that you're going to be given some guidance. There is somebody who is going to come in here, someone who might feel like a traditional authority figure. And it could not just be somebody. It might not be an actual person. It might be, but it might also kind of just be a situation, an institution, something that comes in and goes, hey, this is a decision that we have to make because we have no choice here. This is the best way to do it. This is the way the rules are. That's kind of what it seems like. It seems like you have been working with people. You've been trying to kind of make a decision here, how best to move forward with this. There's been a lot of conflict here with them. You might have a very differing opinion with them, with however, like the best way to move forward here. But I do see that there's going to be some help coming in the form of some sort of structure or traditional type of figure, this authority figure that is going to come in and kind of make the choice for you. It's going to kind of take it out of your hands, where you go, oh yeah, sorry guys, I mean, this is just the way it has to be done because that's the way the rules are. So that's what it kind of feels like. It feels like it feels like you're being put in this position too, where I see that here he's trying to make a decision, but he's got all these people and voices around him. And I feel like that's kind of where you're at with this situation, is you kind of know how you want to move forward. Maybe you kind of have a general idea. Yes, you've been forced to kind of use your intuition with this, but you have a general idea of what it is that you want to do. But you feel like you're getting a lot of pushback from the people that you're working with on this project, on whatever this may be. And I see here that one of the blessings coming to you is that this conflict is going to be solved, and it's just going to kind of be nipped in the bud, because someone's going to come in, or there's some sort of rule, there's some sort of law, there's some sort of something that is going to say, hey, this is the way it has to be done. If we're going to do it, it has to be done this way. And it's going to be, and I feel like it's going to be like, you're going to be sitting there thinking, yeah, I told you so. That's kind of what this seems like here. Pile number 3. It just kind of seems like yeah, like there's gonna be somebody coming in that just kind of says, well, it has to be done this way, and you're gonna feel a little bit justified with this. And this too, them coming in, this may kind of be a part of that completion, that moving out of this state of lack, or this feeling like you don't have any support, this feeling where you don't have, like you don't have the support you need. This figure is going to kind of come in and back you up a little bit, or this situation, this whatever this may be, it just is kind of, it's going to be something where it's like unchangeable, it's unshakable. There's not really anything that you guys can do about it. It's going to come in and say, hey, it has to be done this way. Like, that just is what it is. If you're going to do it, it's got to be done this way. And I feel like this is going to be very, I don't feel like comforting is necessarily the right word, though I do feel like moving out of this conflict is going to be comforting and really kind of healing for you. But I think you're just gonna feel very justified. You're gonna feel very seen. It's gonna be very validating. That's the word I was looking for. It's gonna be very validating for you in your situation. And it's going to be very healing for you as a result. And I do see that it's going to be celebrated, and I do feel like it might not be the same group kind of celebrating you. They might kind of feel some type of way because in the end you were right. But I do see that there's going to be a sort of celebration, maybe within you and your inner circle and your support system, because I feel like this is very work related. This is very business. This is very detached from your emotional world here. This is not necessarily whatever it is that you've been working on. It hasn't necessarily been with loved ones. And I feel like this is going to be your loved ones, your family, your friends, whoever your support circle is, celebrating this result here. That's kind of the blessing that I'm seeing for you here. Pile number 3 that's coming up for you is something coming in saying, yeah, you were right. It has to be done the way that you want. And this is going to be just kind of a completion of this, this energy where you felt very kind of dejected, felt very, I don't know, kind of, alone in this, or kind of, out on your own with no help. I see that there's going to be this situation is going to come in, this person's situation is going to come in, and it's going to be very helpful, and it's going to move you out of that feeling of kind of you against everybody else, so that is a blessing that I'm seeing here for you. Pile number 3 is that you'll be moving out of this situation. It feels very chaotic down here, and I feel like you're going to rise above that. And this is going to come to an end. We're not going to be doing this anymore. The cycle will come to an end, and you will be moving into this place of healing and celebration. Now that this period of time where you've been trying to kind of decide the best way to move forward within this conflict, now that comes to an end for you. Pile number 3. Let's get a final message for you from the Oracle deck. Some advice for you as you move through this situation and through completion of this into this feeling of healing and celebration. So just some advice for you here. Pile number 3. Okay, we have, where to set this? I feel like I need to set it here. So we have misalignment. Miracles become normal once we face all of the aspects of our life in the same direction. Let's get in the guidebook and kind of see what the message attached to this is. There's usually a little message in there as well, and then we will talk about it. All right, so Mother's message in this, with this misalignment card says, regardless of how misaligned things may seem, alignment is only ever a different choice and action away. Trust that spirit self or your higher self will more than meet you halfway in supporting you through each aligned step that you choose to take. Okay, so I feel like this is just rather than a piece of advice, I almost feel like this is a bit of comfort that you needed to hear, pile number 3, as you've been going through this, because I feel like you're still in the middle of this. This hasn't quite happened yet. This completion hasn't happened yet, but I want you to know, your guides want you to know that that is on the way. We are almost done. And that you need to trust that your guides, your helpers out there, that they're going to meet you halfway with this, in supporting you through each aligned step that you take. So they're like, as you make these decisions, you may feel like you're blind here. You may feel like there's lots of chaos around you, lots of voices, lots of people in your ear saying things. Yeah, you know, some people are definitely louder than others here. And I feel that you're being told that to listen to your intuition. They're going to guide you through this as you reach this point where the completion happens, where you're no longer fighting with these people, with this situation here, and you're moving past that, you're completing that and moving past this feeling of lack, you know, into this space of healing. I feel like this journey is going to be really healing for you. I feel like this blessing coming in is going to be a blessing of almost respite, you know, of being able to finally rest and heal a little bit. I mean, I don't, you know, there's not necessarily a card that says, oh, you're going to be resting. But I mean, when something is like healing to your soul to the point where you want to celebrate that with other people, that feels like rest. You know, it feels like you're finally getting a break. And that's what I'm seeing here for you, pile number 3, is you're finally getting a break from this conflict here and this, maybe this feeling of misalignment. You know that you're not going to be in this perpetual state of misalignment or feeling like things aren't working right. Know that this too shall pass, and you'll be moving on to this phase of healing, and it is coming sooner rather than later for you. Okay, pile number 3, I wish you all the best in this journey that you're on right here. I'll be thinking about you guys. I'm so excited to see this blessing come into your life and really make an impact as you start to heal and celebrate all that you've been through, and who you emerge on the other side, how you emerge on the other side of this. So thank you so much, pile 3, for tuning in. I want to thank your guides for coming through with this message. Please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. It helps so much, and I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye, pile number 3. Hi, pile number 4. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Phantom Wise Tarot deck along with this lapis lazuli crystal here, and we are going to be taking a look to see what blessings are coming your way with this blue supermoon coming up here in the sign of Pisces. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to draw 6 to 8 cards here to kind of see what these blessings are. I have another deck here if I feel like we need to have some clarifiers, some clarification on your message. And then at the end, we will be looking at, or we'll be grabbing an oracle card for you just to kind of see what final message or advice your guides have for you as you go through this journey and start to receive these blessings. So let's jump in and get started. Here, I'm going to move your crystal right here for you so we can still see it. All right, so blessings coming to pile number 4 with this blue supermoon. Possibly 2 more here. All right, let's see here. Pile number 4. We have the Star. We have the Tower. Oh, these were stuck together. All right. We have the 9 and the 10 of Wands, though I feel like these might have been stuck together from just shuffling situation. I don't feel like the 10 of Wands really resonates here. It doesn't feel right, so I'm gonna put that one away. And then we have the Moon. We have the 9 of Pentacles, the 3 of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, and the Chariot. Okay. Pile number 4, what I'm seeing for you here is that you have been through something of late. Kind of a life-shattering experience is what I'm feeling here with you. And I see that you're coming out on the other side of this finally, but this situation has left you feeling a bit exhausted, feeling a bit dejected. I feel like you've been kind of in this situation where things are barely illuminated. The way forward is just barely illuminated. You feel like you can't see a way out of this. You're feeling just kind of exhausted here with this. I kind of get this feeling like you've just kind of had it. You're just kind of done. Pile number 4. But the blessing that I'm seeing here coming to you with this, well, first of all, I want you to know that your guides are acknowledging what you've been through, and they know that it's been challenging, and they know that it's been extra challenging with you being unable to see the end of this, the end result of this. How is this going to get better? You've kind of been walking in the dark with very little light being shed on your situation or being shed on your path forward here. And I'm seeing here that you have been persevering. You've been doing your absolute best. You've moved from this position here. You've said, okay, I'm going to pick myself back up. I'm going to keep moving, even though you can't really see the way forward. And I feel like that needs to be acknowledged and celebrated, that you are so resilient, pile number 4, and that you've not allowed yourself to just give up. You've not allowed yourself to just, because you could have just said, you know what, I'm done. I don't want to do it anymore. But you're not doing that. You're moving forward. Even if you can't fully see your way at the time. And I see here the blessing that's coming to you is this renewed sense of hope here with this situation, and the promise of a much better situation coming forward here. We have the 9 of Pentacles here for you, which is really symbolizing this accumulation of all of your needs, this accumulation of wealth and just all of your needs being met, and comfort. That is what I'm seeing with this, is you've been in a place, you've been kind of forced into this position where it's just a very uncomfortable position. It's a very uncomfortable situation to be in. I feel like you can't really rest. You can't really, possibly you're having issues sleeping here too with this. And I see that you will be moving in, if you continue to persevere, continue to have hope, continue to move forward, even if you can't fully see what lies ahead on the path. Trust your intuition and know that you are coming into a place of comfort. You are coming into a place of having your needs met, and of feeling satisfaction. And I feel like this satisfaction is you're going to be satisfied with the way that you have chosen to move forward with this. I feel like you were given some options here when this Tower moment happened to react really poorly, and I feel like you chose not to do that. You chose to kind of temper your reaction, kind of find some balance with that, not allow it to consume yourself. Even if you were feeling a bit worn out, you've really maintained this sense of courage, this sense of perseverance here. Even when it felt like there was no hope, you continued forward. And I see here that you are going to be feeling like very proud of yourself, to be honest. with how far you've come, particularly when you get kind of to the other side of this and you're looking back. I see that the blessing coming in for you is one, you're going to be very proud of where you started and where you're at now. Number two, I see that you're going to be offered some help here as well. This does kind of feel, this tower moment does kind of feel like it was maybe financial for you. Perhaps this was losing a job. Perhaps this was a sudden change of plans that had to be made, or something to that effect. But I feel like it's really, it concerns your stability here, your financial, material stability here. And I see that you're going to have help come in. You're going to have a community, or maybe rather a group that wants to help you. Okay, someone is going to see not just what you've been through, but the way that you've handled yourself through the situation, and they're going to be inspired to take action to help you, to assist you and work with you towards possibly rebuilding whatever this was. I see that they're going to come in with some new ideas for you. They're going to come in with new ideas on the best way to rectify this situation or to move past this situation here. And I see that they are coming quickly. We will be moving out of this energy here very, very quickly. This is not going to last. And I feel like something you need to know, something that I'm hearing, is part of the reason why it's not going to last, and the reason why you're moving into this blessing so quickly is because of the way you chose to handle the situation and handle yourself when everything went down. You could have really chosen to handle it in a different way. I don't know what the situation is, because this is a general reading. I'm not exactly sure what options you had, but it sounds like whatever they were, you really chose the best one. You really listened to your intuition. And as a result, you're going to be feeling a lot of satisfaction here with yourself, and people are going to recognize that you made some really good choices as far as your reaction to this situation here. They're going to come in with some new ideas to try to help you out here. You're being given to, I kind of see that this is like some mental clarity, some for some reason the word sharpness comes to mind. Like, you're going to be very sharp. Perhaps this person coming in is going to be very sharp. They're going to be very quick-witted, and they're going to say, hey, I have some really great ideas on how we can move forward, and I want to help you. I want to move forward quickly with this. So I see that the blessing here is overall that this energy is going away, and you will be moving out of that very quickly. And I see too, we have like multiple major arcana cards here. So I know that whatever this situation was, it was a really big deal. It was kind of life-changing here for you, but you've handled it really, really well. Pile number 4. And your guides want to commend you on that. I want to commend you on that as well, because that can be really challenging to not let something like this just destroy us, get us down, and knock us off of our path. I see that you have really done your best to remain hopeful, persevere, and continue to take steps, even if you really didn't know exactly where those steps were leading to here. But you will be moving out of that situation very quickly and into a situation that is much more fortuitous, I want to say, a fortuitous situation that is going to leave you feeling very satisfied with yourself and how you moved through this. Okay, pile number 4. Let's get a oracle card for you. This message is just so clear. It's just so wonderful here to see you handling this situation so well and moving forward with this. And as a result, good things are going to happen for you, and they're going to be happening quickly here in this situation with this blessing. So let's get kind of a final oracle card message for you. I was gonna say advice, but I don't know that that's what's needed here. Maybe a general message is something that would be better, but we're gonna take a look at the card and I feel like we will know once we see it. So let's just get a final message here from your guides regarding the blessing that's coming in for you here, pile number 4. We have inner integration. There is peace, equilibrium, and fulfillment in integrating the inner wild with the taming and tempering effect life has on us. Yes. Let's see what the message in the book is for you as well before we dive into this. All right, I'm going to read a little bit of the paragraph before the message because I feel like this is something you need to hear. It says, love the strangeness and the darkness. That love is the only thing that matters. The rest dissolves in its presence. Live from the white light of your heart's love and wisdom and watch its power shine through all illusion. Love, love, love. And the crone's message is love is radical in the extent to which it loves you back. Yes, I feel like you moved through this situation with love, and I feel like with here, I mean, almost the message here is just how much your guides love you and love the way that you've handled this situation as you went forward. You really handled it with poise and grace. You really did the absolute best that you could, and your best was wonderful, was amazing here. And I feel like this is really talking to about integrating this experience, learning a lesson from this experience that you went through as you move forward here into this new period of time where you're experiencing lots of blessings, some mental clarity, possibly some assistance from others, and it moves very quickly here. So you'll be moving out of this energy quickly, but I feel like it's very important to integrate the lessons that you learned through this while you go through this. It's important to integrate those lessons. Integrate this wild time that you kind of experienced here and the lessons that you learned from that, because I feel like those are going to be really important moving forward. I feel like you learned a very valuable lesson here, and it's going to be important to integrate that into this new situation here. And that is what I'm seeing for you, pile number 4. Thank you so much for tuning into your reading. I want to thank your guides for coming through to give you this message. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe. It helps the channel so much, and I will see you guys in the next reading. Bye.